Hi Spirit fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an August message for all of the Tauruses out in the collective. I want to thank you all so much for being here. And I want to welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. I want to let you all know that this is going to be a general reading. So it's not going to resonate with every single person out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. So without further ado, Taurus, let's go ahead and dive right into your August message. Okay, Taurus, as you can see, we have a little bit of a different setup today. So what we are going to do is we are going to draw your oracle cards first. And then we are going to wrap it up with the tarot to see what your monthly message is going to be for this month. I do want to advise you that you can look at the message for your sun, your moon, and your rising to help sort of give you a larger intake or intel into your month. So as you can see here, Taurus, we are starting out with the Five of Scrolls, which is diversity. Then we have the Sovereign. Okay, I absolutely love this. And last but not least, we have Higher Will. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive right in here, Taurus. So I feel that for you this month, this diversity card is really sort of wanting you to have a better understanding. You need to sort of be a little bit more diverse into what you are learning. The scrolls is all about writing. It is about learning. It's about knowledge. All of those wonderful, amazing things. And I feel that with this, it's really about you needing to diversify your time. There are many options for you to consider, I feel, that you are currently experiencing in your life, and you might actually have a lot of things to consider this month. And this is where you need to really take your time in really looking at every option, every opportunity, everything that's being presented to you, and give yourself permission to try new things. I sort of feel, Taurus, because you are an earth sign, you like being very foundational and very stable. And so it's really hard for you to sort of diversify your time or try something new because you're expecting a certain specific result. And in your mind, you feel that if I do the same thing, I will always get the result that I'm ultimately looking for. So this is really about you needing to be a little bit more diverse in what you're learning, whether this is learning a new subject, whether it's, meeting new people. It's basically about you doing something different. It's about you trying different things to experience life in different ways, more than what you are used to. And I feel this is where you're going to grow. You're going to expand. You're going to be able to learn more about yourself and what you are here to do. And I feel this is where you are going to find a little bit more insight into yourself, into your purpose, into what you are here for, and what this month is actually going to be for you. So I do feel that this is really about you needing to learn more different things than you're accustomed to or than you're used to. Okay. Now, moving on to the sovereign. I absolutely love this because this is about you being the visionary in your life. This is about you being enthusiastic about being a leader and sort of taking the lead. It's about being passionate and, really taking action towards the things that you ultimately want to have or experience. I feel the important thing here, and this is the most important thing, the sovereign here, Taurus, okay, when we really look at this card, is the picture of a crown. And what I love about this is that when you think of a crown, you think of a king or you think of a queen. And kings and queens and how they are established in a community is they are the leader. They are the visionary. They are the ones that lead the people. And I want to point out, Taurus, here that this is about you being the leader, whether of your own community, of your life, taking the lead and building a better structure for yourself in what you are actually doing in your life. This is very interesting because you did get Ascended Master El Moria and a Blue Star Sapphire, which is about the higher will. And what I find very interesting about this is that, being sovereign about who you are, what you represent, your morals, your values, the things that you believe in, it really takes, in order for you to really truly be honorable and wear that crown and take that lead here, you have to have this higher will. And this higher will is really about you understanding your divinity and how you play a part in your own spiritual growth and evolution. So I'm going to read you what it says here in the book so that you have an idea of what this message is for you here, Taurus. We bring you the blessing of higher will. There is a great plan of divine love unfolding throughout the universe, and the fulfillment of your divine destiny is included. Sometimes it may seem hard to trust in higher will, yet if you do, it can bring a feeling of great relief that you don't have to have all of the answers or be in control for everything to still work out beautifully in your world. Surrender empowers you to get on with life and trust that all is happening exactly as it should, according to a greater intelligence and love. Sometimes, however, the mind wants to control the higher plan. It wants to decide when something should happen, and how and with whom and in what way. It might convince itself that this personal opinion is actually the higher plan itself, and then feel betrayed, frightened, or confused when things don't go according to plan. The mind can be a great ally on the spiritual path, but it needs to be given reassurance and regular compassionate reminders that although it is powerful, it is not privy to the workings of the entire universe. Nor does it need to be for you to be happy, free, and manifesting your divine destiny. This oracle comes to you now because the mysterious workings of higher will are at work in your life, and you will find peace and even awe as you relax your mind and choose to trust now. What I absolutely love for this message for you here, Taurus, is that this is wanting you to understand that as the leader and the creator of your own life, and as you continue to forage forward and move forward towards building structure and a better way for yourself and trying new things, when things don't go according to plan, it is important that you still learn to trust the process. I just said this for Aries. It's all about learning to trust the process. And the reason for that here, Taurus, is that there are things going on behind the scenes with the universe that you are not privy to. And you cannot know the answer to each and everything. And no matter how hard you try to understand or know the answer to everything, it isn't going to give you any more clarity or guidance. There are certain things that you just have to learn to trust. You have to have faith that things work out the way that they are meant to, when they are meant to. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot here, Taurus. Let's get a little bit more insight for you this month and sort of sum up what your primary message is here. So we are starting off with the 3 of Raphael. Look at that, the 4 of Raphael. Already significant order here, right? In order that things just sort of happen the way that they are meant to happen. And I love this. So we're starting off with the 3 of Raphael, which is reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. The one thing about the 3 of Raphael is that it truly represents opportunities and moments for us to celebrate, right? But we have to be willing to accept that everything that sort of comes to fulfillment is a reason to celebrate. It isn't just when we reach a certain plateau or when we feel that we think it is a plateau. And I feel that's what your message is this month, because you're immediately moving into the 4 of Raphael, which is seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So I feel the primary message here for you, Taurus, is that regardless of what happens with projects that you're working on or relationships that are in your life or certain things, goals that you are trying to complete or accomplish, don't just look at it as, well, this wasn't successful, right? It's really important for you to recognize, again, that higher will comes into play. And I often look at this as, a divine plan, divine intervention, right? That often comes into play, and we don't really take into account that there's divine order to each and everything. With the 4 of Cups, it's really important for you to look at everything. Look at everything that you have accomplished and look at it as successful. It happened that way for a reason. And I feel that they're wanting you to explore why you feel disappointed when something doesn't work out the way that you want it to work out. Because if you understand the concept of higher will, then you understand that, what did that particular experience teach you? What did it give you that you now have a better understanding of, that makes you more willing to try it again, or say, you know what, this didn't really work. Maybe I need to try something else. As we move on here in your path, we see the Moon card with Archangel Haniel and Archangel Metatron stepping in with the Leap of Faith. Now, this is very interesting because the Moon card, its message is it's wanting you to be aware of the things that are happening behind the scenes. So this card says the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, and face your fears and grow stronger. The one thing about the moon is that the moon illuminates to us the things that we ultimately need to either face or that we need to sort of expand upon. Right? And I feel that with this particular moon card, it's really wanting you to understand that everything that transpires presents you with an opportunity to improve, to make changes, to be able to create and design your plans in a different way so that it ultimately leads you towards the success that you are envisioning for yourself here, Taurus. The Leap of Faith with Archangel Metatron says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. Now, the Leap of Faith is plain and simple. It's about taking a risk, right? And again, your message earlier was about trusting the process, understanding you have to trust the universe. You have to trust this higher will that is stepping in here and really letting you know, Taurus, that in order for you to sort of have the kind of success and be able to celebrate the things that you're wanting to celebrate, you have to be willing to surrender. You have to let go of what you believe is the right way, or the right way of success, or that, success only looks a certain way. This is where you're having to sort of trust in the universe, trust in your guides, trust in a higher plan, a higher purpose, and just allow things to sort of play out the way that they are meant to play out here for you. I find this very interesting because a lot of times it's really hard for us to walk away. It's hard for us to sort of see everything that sort of plans out the way that it does and be willing to say, I'm going to trust this. Because a lot of times we want that control. We want to be able to control the situation. And for you, your message this month is surrender. Surrender and allow it to be. We now have the 5 of Michael, where it says, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So what your guides are really telling you here, Taurus, is that when you sit in disappointment or disapproval, or when you judge yourself for the way things transpired because they didn't pan out the way that you wanted them to, that ultimately sort of prevents you from taking a leap of faith, right? You're basically, because I want to point this out very clearly for you, Taurus, the more apathetic that you are to small situations that didn't work out the way you wanted them to, you're going to create more of that in your reality. You're going to create more of that in your life. This 5 of Michael is the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords message is everything is not about winning, right? We have to understand loss in order to truly be grateful for the win. And this is really wanting you to let you know that these ill attachments or these disappointments that you have put on yourself about certain situations, certain relationships, certain things, they're not serving you. If anything, they're preventing you from ultimately having the success and being able to witness and experience the success. Next, we have the Page of Raphael, which is a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. I do want to point out here that you do have quite a bit of cups on the table, which is the Raphael. And the Raphael is really about, coming into an understanding of your emotions. And I feel that when you can surrender here, Taurus, when you can surrender to the outcome and allow the universe to play itself out for you in your life, you will be able to have these great intuitive insights, that you'll have this more in-depth understanding of why things played out the way that they did. And then having that depth and that understanding will allow you to make different choices. It will allow you to plan better next time and to be able to make different decisions so that you can have a different outcome. And last but not least, you have the 8 of Michael, and this says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. This is the 8 of Swords. This 8 of Michael is really about you setting yourself free, allowing yourself to release the bondage that you often transpires when you hold on to disappointment, when you hold on to relationships that no longer serve you. All of those attachments, all of those things that are keeping you stuck and restricted are the things that you ultimately need to detach from. You need to break free from them so that you can ultimately experience a different situation. You can experience something new. That is part of taking a leap of faith. Being willing to make a conscious choice to let go of attachments, of behaviors, of situations, or people is a very big, risky thing. And when you do that, you have to fully trust in a higher power. You have to trust in the process that you are making that choice for a good reason. So Taurus, this is your message this month. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next month with your new message. Bye, guys.